right? Most of the scaling champions just do better than they used to. All right.
Now I see there's like 2 Rakshan. Is the second one just stronger?
Atakan, you mean? They like the new objective. They only after on the second split, like the first split ended, so we are in second split now. And second split, they just merged it into one Atakan, so it's now just one objective, right?
Okay.
So you don't need to worry about that too much. Okay. But yeah, I mean, let's talk me through like what do you think is the best thing for us to do here? Like, do we just go into a replay? Do you want to talk about anything else? Do we just want to play some 1-1-1 on mid lane? Do you have any
I would
expectations
love
coming
to
in?
1v1. I feel like I really struggle against Echo, Akali, and Sins. Yeah, I have like no experience against Echo because I always ban him. I just fail miserably against Echo. So yeah, if you play Echo or Talia, I would love to get stung.
But you're an A. Oh my god, I don't have an NA account. I'm sorry. I'll need to. I do have an NA account, but it's level 1, so it doesn't have any champions. I actually need to fix that up for later. But we can do that another time, I think. Just getting someone once done.
Did you want to like a VOD spin?
Yep. We'll just look into one of your games. I mean, you have been doing really well, right? From what I can see. At least in your last games.
Nah. It really depends on the time of day. At around midnight, I do well, and then like at peak time, I end up like trying to, wasting ults trying to save teammates.
You're like a little bit inconsistent, you mean?
Nah, I feel like the time of day, like people at night are more passive, so it's easy to play with. I don't have Discord Nitro, so I can't upload. Where can I upload my VODs?
Wait. Okay, you can do it on work upload, or I can just try to open up your account on the NA server as well. Let me give you a work upload here. That always works. Just give me a download link.
Perfect.
But if it's like something that I can access in your mesh history, I can also just get it this way.
Okay, that might
Actually,
take a few minutes.
I mean, it's fine.
So what else has changed in the last 2 seasons?
Okay, let me actually get a load patience, because last 2 seasons has been quite a long while. So start of season, right? Obviously introduced Atakan. They increased the game time, like Baron spawn time, for 5 minutes. So Baron spawns 5 minutes later. You have respawning towers, right? If you've seen this already.
At Horror, yeah.
Yeah, like respawning next
What's
to
the
towers.
prerequisite for them to respawn?
It's nothing. You just need to destroy the tower, right? And then a cooldown will start on the respawn. I think it's like 3 minutes, I think, and then it will automatically respawn. But it's only for next to towers, right?
Yeah.
So there's really nothing behind it. Just get tower. Then was there anything? I don't know if echoes were already in the game 2 seasons ago, but it's also quite a new addition. Void grubs.
Echo was there. I just always ban him.
No, okay, Echo. I was talking about alcoves on the map. The little things here.
Yeah. They're a little name for me, but They've been around at, I don't know, like 5 seasons at least.
Yeah. It shows you how much I remember of the Passionals. I think Void Grubs got changed a couple of times. So now there are 3 Void Grubs that spawn once. Okay. You just need to take them once. And you got the buff for your team. Also, you got Feats of War that upgrade your boots. You've seen those are as well already. So first 3 kills, first 3 objectives, first tower. It's nice little upgrade, but the boots are usually not worth it until later in the game, like the actual boots upgrades, right?
Okay.
There has been, like, you've just come at a time where Rod of Ages meta was really big. A lot of people were building Rod of Ages as an item, and typically just rather tank items in mid lane, or like HP items in mid lane. Right, tried to nerf it a little bit and promote other items, but so far I didn't see too many changes on that one.
Yeah, I tend
that's why I
to
got
go
Vega.
burst instead of scaling.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Rod of Ages is like one of the bigger items, this patch. Let's.
I
Okay,
find
there
people
was like.
just go really aggro, so I'd need the damage.
Yeah. Probably depends on the elo you're. Not even the elo you're at. It's just the tank items are just so strong. Like you are way too tanky to die, more or less. That's the main idea behind it. So while you have a Rod of Ages, it gives you enough AP to play on, right? And still be relevant in the game. But you also get 450 HP on top of it, which makes it really difficult for someone like Echo, for example, to kill you. So Echo is very burst focused.
Okay.
Which is why control mages do better in mid lane. You just buy a Rod of Ages, and you basically counter most assassins at this point. If you get to stack it up.
I'll do that, thank you.
Yeah. It will get there. And I see some people saying lane swap protection. I'm not sure if you've seen that one, but there has been a couple of things going on in pro play where
How many
people lane
minutes
swap
does
top
lane
and
swap
bot lane.
protection last?
I think top lane is minute 3 and mid lane is minute 2:15. Right, for mid lane. It's different timers.
Okay.
So yeah, if anyone other than a jungler shows up on mid lane until 2:15, you'll get the big red warning. Hey, lane swap detected. Please leave the lane. Leave the premises, right? And until then, you'll basically have a lot of disadvantages on mid lane.
Okay.
Okay, that was one thing. Battle Pass change. I mean, yeah, there was like some changes. There were some changes with Hextech chests, and then people introduced Battle Pass. If you're big into it, like.
No,
Thor.
I'm poor. She said.
Yeah, I am a Soul, right? But the main difference is you now earn Battle Pass experience, and this gives you chests and some other free stuff in general. But it's like a general change on the right side. Blue
Okay.
essence.
So when I was playing, I saw that in Flex the meta was often like bruiser jungler with some sort of engage, maybe like a mobile top laner, the team that I saw, and then control maids or just nuker mid, and ranged ADC bot lane, and support can counter pick. What is the jungle meta like right now?
Yeah, so jungle meta right now, it kind of depends a little bit on the elo you're at. The higher you get, the more simple bruiser junglers you see, right? And occasionally you see a couple of more or less assassins in jungle. Like you have sometimes Echo jungle, I guess. You have Zed jungle. Some people have been starting to play Zed jungle. I think in your current range, if you're silver to gold, you will probably like experience a lot of assassin junglers. Yeah, that should be your thing. So assassin junglers and bruiser junglers are the meta. If I look up Lolitics here, it's coming towards Pantheon, Volibear, Viego, Sinzao. This has been meta for a while. And you have occasional outliers with something like Shake or Masai that typically works in iron to platinum, maybe emerald.
Yeah, Shigo strengthens a lot at higher E now.
Yeah, you play against Shake a couple of times. I mean, you gotta have the timings right about these ganks, right? But yeah.
It's often when you're like with a duo and want to get them said. I've been liking Maokai just because he gives vision. You know, Biger can check bushes, Ezreal can check bushes, Kaon can. I like anything that can check bushes without face tagging.
I mean, yeah, if you play mid lane, then this makes everything a bit easier, right? Maybe play some Zilean. Yeah,
Yeah.
Zilean is a great champion. Best champion in the game. That's what I'm
And
gonna say.
I don't like Zilean in solo queue because people don't.
Yeah.
People kind of troll me when I play Zilean. I can't I can't share the files on work upload.
You can't wait. You can't upload it to work upload.
I can upload, but it won't give me a link.
I mean, usually what happens is you select a file here, and then you go to save now, and then you'll get a link for whatever you want.
Yeah, it doesn't give me a link.
And you press and save now, yeah? And then you'll get this link here.
Stream the game.
I could have saw it, but let's try it this way. Can you like tell me which game you want to look through?
Sure.
Then I might just be able to look it up myself.
Yeah. A lot of them are gone because of the new patch. So would have to be a recent one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, wait, I do watch Normalius stream. Heimer is just first time Heimer. My Hecarim was Tony Wrath. Could try looking at that. Yep. Hecarim game without Wrath. I don't think I play that well at all.
Is there a reason for you to
on Solo
get Halo
Tapi,
Blades?
this rush game I'd like to see. But does damage? What do people usually take on Hecarim? Yeah, this Thresh game I wanted to review because I thought I played the Thresh game. Yama 311. I thought I played that well, but I got stomped.
Okay. All right,
I think the replay's expired.
Let me check it up real quick. It's 3 days ago. I think it should still be fine. No, it actually did expire. Oh my god.
Yeah, good timing, on the code right after a patch. I should have downloaded it. I really actually wanted to look at them.
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. What I can do as well, since you are the last one on the list, we can also do a live review if you are fine with playing. Like playing a game here while I'll watch and ask some questions about what you do.
Okay.
You're up for it, yeah?
Yeah, I'll hop. I'll just hop in a game.
Yeah, exactly. Just go online.
Can you spec? I guess you can't spectate ranked Tamiya.
Aren't you able to screen share? Like that's what usually goes around.
Oh. Here.
Okay.
stream here then. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can. Okay, that should be fine. Then let's get started.
Okay, great. Is it showing my client?
So you're coming back after a break, right?
Auto break?
So-
What's that?
You're coming back after taking a break, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 2 seasons ago I was Emerald 4, and then I was playing EVE Online for 2 years.
EVE Online, isn't that like an
Oh, 1
RPG?
year.
I think RPG, yeah.
Yeah, it's, you know, these spaceship Peter fly around.
Alright.
You're allowed to multi-box, which is nice.
You used to be cool.
No, it's
In EVE,
I'm-
in League of Legends, you used to multi though. Okay, just play 2 accounts at once. Now you need 1 computer per account.
wait, 1 computer per account. Is that how it works in North America?
I mean, if you're really, really rich, I guess you could pass through your graphics card, but let me just think. Look, I feel comfortable on Mabaka already. So I'll take Vagar and you can.
Yeah, just pick whatever you think. Like, pick whatever you want to play. It's up to you.
Yeah, probably. I do get counterpicked, then it'll be an interesting lane.
Okay, there we go. I mean, you're just trying to scale up, right?
Okay, so Mal.
I'm
That's an even matchup, I think.
against Mal, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you do get slightly outrange, but
I
you should
just-
be fine with good movement, right?
Yeah, as long as I don't ult myself in the face, I'll be fine.
You play with Dark Harvest,
I'll
yes?
take teleport because Team Streams are annoying. With what? Hardest? Yeah,
Dark Harvest, yeah?
I need the. People just give me free stacks in silver, so I think it's pretty good. If this were like
Okay.
Twat or Emerald, I'd probably take Meteor.
Yeah. I mean, it is a very aggressive setup, but we'll see where we get with it.
Well, the reason I'm picking Vagar instead of just 1v9, I feel like I don't really need to just like mess around on random champs. Because I've already done like some placement games, so I like to pad my win rate now.
I mean, yeah. What are your thoughts on the item build here? Like, do you want to try
Doran's
out Rod of
Ring-
Ages?
Mel's not really. It's threat. Warwick's not a threat until 6, and I have teleport. I'll just try and find where Warwick is, and I don't think you'll kill him. Yeah, they don't really have many threats in the early game, so I'll probably just build lots of AP. Maybe rushed Ludens. And is that the green one?
I know. What's
The
the
green
second item?
pistol.
Green
I'd like to get the green pistol. I'll
green
probably
pistol.
get boots
Yeah,
as well.
that is Ludens, yeah. And boots. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on the matchup, like the 1v1 lane phase?
I'm gonna scout out to see what skills she takes. I might just end up farming a lot. Helping my jungler if there's like a little scuffle for scuttle. If Mel just lets me auto her, I don't know. She probably not gonna let me auto her, but I might be able to get a little bit of chip damage.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Mel's a new champion, right? So you know all the abilities and everything, right?
I'm not really familiar with like Mbessa. I don't know the Echo matchups. Other than that, like I know what the abilities do, but I'm not really like familiar with like all of the hitboxes on everyone. Not really familiar with all the cooldowns,
Minions have
but
spawned.
I'd like to refamiliarize myself. It's only like the Season 3 champions that I like know really well. And they've probably been
Okay, yeah,
reworked a couple times.
And have they? I'm not sure. I missed Warwick has been, but it's also been a while. Right, always cries out for reworks, but then
he's-
they just get new champions.
I'm missing a little bit of CS, but so is Mel.
Yeah, it's not as simple as matchup. I mean, you're kind of pushing in. What are like your insights on jungle pathing?
He's probably just finished blue right now.
Which is a rolling.
I kind of want to go back and dip mana.
You do have teleport for it, right? The question is, when do you want to take your backport? Mel's also running out soon, so it's probably fine for you to stay. As long as you get your Qs.
Oh no. Okay, a good time to back.
What is your first backport? Probably Lost Chapter, right?
I'm gonna get boots. But,
Yeah, sure, you can go back, get boots, get refill potion, I think.
I'm gonna. I did the mana because if there's gonna be like the dragon fight, I do want a little bit of staying power.
What are you gonna build out of Mana Crystal?
Verdance. Yeah, I'm gonna go Paladins.
Yeah, Lunas, yeah. Okay.
First blood.
Okay, we got a little bit of an issue because you have your VCAM covering the map, which you are
I was hoping that Nara would go mid, but
just
he
say middle.
responds to the
He
ping, so
goes up and yeah. Can you maybe turn off your VCAM because it blocks most of the map? I'm not really sure
Oh.
what's going on.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much.
Oopsies.
Okay, I think you do have a last chapter recall, right?
A recall? What do you mean?
I mean, you do have an item you could get in base. Like that would be worth recalling for example.
Nah, I'm just gonna pretend and stay.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I mean, so far we just have the standard mid lane matchup, mage matchup, so... what are your thoughts on objectives?
I can help Tekrun
Like-
with fight grabs.
Sure.
We're winning pretty well on objectives right now.
Yeah.
I am very owned though.
You do ult very early, huh?
I figured he'd be out of my range in no time.
Okay, but... Yeah, we get out. Usually you want to ult for the execute, right?
Yeah, well, we did get Void Gebs, and the Ormic's just been... Oh, he doesn't have boots. I thought he had, like, some sort of,
An enemy has
his
been
passive...
slain.
What was it? His W? He seemed to have a lot of move speed when we fought. Oh, thanks.
Slain an enemy.
See, they're giving me lots of free sticks.
Mhm. Okay, nice, nice.
See if I can save this Sona.
Okay, I mean, Dragon spawning soon, right? We gonna TP for it? Yeah, it's being botline, sorry. Delay is a little bit higher than I thought. Okay.
Reliving. That could have gone a lot worse.
An ally has been slain.
But I think they get dragons.
I mean, everyone sees everything now, but yeah. You probably need the mid-lane priority for Dragon, right? Once you get back.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts on the win condition here? Like, when we are slowly coming out of
Hecarim's gonna
lane
carry
phase,
me.
so.
My thoughts on Hecarim's gonna carry me.
Turret plating
Think
will
he
fall
said.
soon.
Carrying me already.
Killing spree. Double kill. An ally has been slain.
I'm really happy with how the top or bat lane turned out. I feel like if I was like feeding the Warwick, it'd be very embarrassing.
Yeah, you're playing Scaling Vega so far, team's looking fine. I think since you have mid-lane priority, we can probably look into going to other lanes as well at this point.
Yeah, we don't really have good and river vision, yeah. But I could definitely try roaming. Warwick Shelling.
I mean, yeah, as you said, Hecarim is gonna carry you. You just walk towards where Hecarim is going, right? After you push mid lane.
Okay, now I can get Hecker and
Enemy
pad.
killing spree.
Okay, he's gonna finish that guy out.
Yeah, you're playing a little bit of a 1v2 right now.
Your team has destroyed a turret. An enemy has been slain.
Looks like Swain's also gonna carry me.
Shut down.
Pull.
Yeah.
Don't make it in twain.
You sound just like me when I play support, huh? Okay.
Oh, oh, not. That's a fire then. Yeah, there's the flank I was scared of.
Shut down. You have slain an enemy.
I don't think I can get it down for that.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally
Oh no, the Shrian.
has destroyed a turret.
Okay, so what's the state of the art? How many dragons do we have as a team?
2 dragons. Oh, we have a Riley. How are we gonna get a Shadow Claim? I don't think I can save this tower. This could be bad.
And yeah, you just gotta make sure that the team doesn't die too much, right? Like, play a little bit more conservatively and just get soul at some point.
Double kill.
Should be enough for you to win.
Yeah, I can try not to throw, I guess.
Yeah, it's generally a good idea. But it's also a little bit about your team as well, right? I think a couple of things go a long way.
Not throwing on Viger is a little challenging. Especially in this side lane. I don't know how bad I should be in subbing. Okay, I'm over here.
Your turret has been destroyed. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Swain needs it more than I do. Oh, he doesn't want to play.
An enemy has
No
been
one tapped.
slain.
No.
Double kill.
Okay, I mean your team's starting to play. Like starting to go some interesting fights.
I don't know where Uphill went bottom. I don't really need to recall them. Oh. Do this. I hope I could get the Teemo there.
And is it worth it? Same for the Teemo. That probably is.
He's playing kind of aggro. I feel like Wilding might be here. I smell dodgy.
Yeah, he has gets double moves with his W, so.
Oh my god, he's so killable.
I mean, you could always just flash off, yeah, but yeah, kind of stops that right now, so.
That's a good fight.
Yeah. I mean, mechanically you're doing really well. Just I feel like the macro is kind of questionable that's happening in this game.
Yeah, we're just farming kills down here.
And sometimes that's just how it goes, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a good jungler this game, so wasn't too much stress. Since I have Calm Eyes, I think I'll get some sort of defense too. Chemo shrooms could be problematic. A little bit of HP.
An enemy has been slain.
You thinking about getting more HP, right? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, I
Okay.
purchased a little bit of health, not a lot.
Technically, you already have a lot of damage, right? Maybe you need to think about Magic Pen though, since you have a lot of magic damage on your team.
Yeah, but because I have the Magi's, I'm worried about that.
Dominating.
I'm worried about losing my stacks.
Okay, it seems like a really clean game so far. We get a Dragon Soul, we'll get Baron, we'll win the game, right?
Oh, this Swain is really bad. Oh, the Sono. I didn't even get to ult. I'm trying to ult. They won't let me out.
Has
Okay, issues. Breathe a little bit out of stomach. I didn't really get pressured a lot, though.
Shut down. Shut down. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Damn.
Has destroyed a turret.
Like, I need to buy. I have a lot of stuff to buy.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'll let you go, Zanya.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure it matters too much, but with Benches or Zonias. Benches is probably even better. Oh,
Yeah,
bye.
I wanted Banshees, but I'm like, I wasn't sure.
I mean, it's usually like the question between Zonias is what do you Zonias and do you live after you Zonias, right? It's also like the main ideas. And right here, I don't really see a lot for you to press Zonias on.
Yeah. And it's just for the Warwick. Nothing else. I'm the taggy boy. Well, I got carried by Neckarum. And I got carried by the Swain. And then I just killed still both of them.
But now we've got a nice replay on our hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what can you tell me about the game? Like, what did you feel? Like, how did it feel playing the game? Anything specific?
Mal was just focused on farming, so Warwick was just focused on farming, so I got a lot of early stacks. My CS was I missed some CS that I shouldn't have, but I got the big minions. Hecarim Dinks just put me kind of far ahead, and my teleport bot lane, the counter gank bot lane, yeah, counter getting the bot lane teleport earned me some honors. I was
Nice.
really happy. I saw a teleport bot and counter ganked.
Okay, I'll. You see my screen, right? So I'll talk you through this game a bit. Okay. That's one thing that I really found really good. Okay, really interesting, really amazing, quite a bit amazing. Yeah. That is your mechanics, your positioning is pretty good. Yeah. I mean, you're getting back
Wait,
to the
I
game.
can't
You're
see your
currently.
screen. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah. So you're currently playing in silver, right? Probably like gold, somewhere around that. And
Yeah.
for the elo, your positioning, like your mechanics in general, are pretty good. Okay. I've seen a lot worse, so
Thank you.
we got a very good start. What I don't really get of you right now it's like a bit of macro knowledge, like how do you want to play the game? This is something that I'm really I couldn't quite get behind. I mean, it's obviously difficult to talk about when you're playing, but this is what we have the review for.
Yeah, my
So,
mindset was
wh-
really just Hecarim's gonna carry me.
Yeah. I mean, this does work, right? But I usually like to have my game in my own hands, you know? Like, have my own impact and be the reason why we win the game, right? And this is where I want to get you
Yeah.
to as well. I want you to be the hyper carry. I want you to be better than everyone else and to do all of your montage plays. That's what we want to get to. Yeah. Upload all the highlights. So, you're playing mage versus mage matchup, right? It's a mage versus mage. And
Yeah.
we want to get the lead somehow in this lane, right? Since we want to win, we want to be better. We want to be better than our opponent. Obviously, on Vega, usually going even is good enough, okay? But especially in like silver and with your mechanics, I think you can do way better if you apply some
Okay.
basic macro knowledge, right? Some lane phase fundamentals. So, in mage matchups, there are a couple of ways to play it, but usually you want to get a CS lead. Like, you don't expect to get a kill, right? And how do we get a CS lead? We get a CS lead by getting a better recall, maybe by zoning a Mel from off some minions, for example, and mainly playing around teleport, probably. So we have a mana pool, 490, and Mel also has a mana pool. And this is our main point of how we want to play in the lane. I don't think you, like, I don't expect you to be able to kill her, right? And I don't expect you to die to Mel. You just don't have enough damage early on, both the champions, and your skill shots aren't that easy to land to guarantee kills.
Yeah, she just resets my skill shot.
So usually, what will happen in this lane is either you play for priority and play with your jungle for something, and this is how you get value, get a lead, right? Or if you can't play with your jungle, you'll try to play through mana, right? So you'll try to make Mel recall first. So she loses on a couple of minions, she loses the TP war, right? Your Q costs 30 mana, her Q costs 70 mana, right? For example, for Saras. What I would expect you to do in this lane, would like you to keep on pushing the waves in while staying safe. This is what we have this ward for. This is what we have Hecarim for, right? You did it very well, yeah? So we can just keep it up. The only thing we need to be mindful of is how do we use our mana, and we want to out-sustain Mel in this lane, okay? Main idea is, if you keep on pushing the wave, then Mel will have troubles lasting on a tower. So she'll have to use spells to last on a tower. And if she uses more spells than you do, she will run out of mana quicker and have to recall. Right? That's what we want to get to.
Okay.
So, sorry. Obviously, you want to stack up with Veigar using your Q to attack and to push at the same time. And I think you're doing it quite well. Like, you're starting to push. You're staying far away. That's something that you should be doing. Okay? And this is about how much value you get out of spells. So you, as you know, Mel's Q is a circle, right? And since we want to attack your mana pool, we want her to use her spells inefficiently. We want her to use your spells poorly. Okay? If you send in minions like this, then Mel can Q these minions and she will hit you and the minions at the same time. So she hits two important targets with one Q. We want to avoid it. We want to send to the side, so she needs to decide. Do I want to damage Veigar, or do I want to damage minions? Right? Because if she doesn't damage minions, you will push her in. If she doesn't damage you, you will get to harass her and keep on pushing with your spells. Right? This is our
makes sense.
key principle. Right? So yeah, see, she only hits you. She doesn't hit the minions, which means you'll get to the push priority. Right? If you take too much damage, it's fine as long as you have push, because you can just push the wave and go B anyway. So it's not like you lose too much. But yeah, you hit the Q on Mel as well. It's really good for your mana flow band, right? And basically, this is what we want to keep going. Your main focus is getting priority and getting all the last hits. Like hitting Mel is only something you do if there's really nothing else to do. But even then, I don't think using your mana on Mel is worth too much, besides the mana flow band proc. So we will mostly be using it how you use the spells, right? Okay, we get this Q. And right here, I think you can technically just use your W, use your Q to start pushing the wave in, right? It's a third wave, so Warwick might try to gank through mid lane. You do have a ward, so you're kind of safe, right? This is already a good start. So what I would expect, we attack mana pool, we want to push in. We use our spells on the wave. Well, just use your E, your Q. She doesn't have anything left. We just start walking up, starting the minions, start pushing the wave in. So she needs to last it on the tower. Okay? I think this is where you play probably a bit too slow. You don't use your spells on minions too much, which means she doesn't get pressured a lot in terms of what she needs to do. Again, she used all her spells, but you're never close to dying, right? And now she starts losing minions on the tower. And this is what we should have done a lot quicker. Okay? And this is just for the lane phase. So
Okay.
key takeaway, you can either play for opponent's mana or for opponent's HP, right? And a lot of Mage vs Mage matchups, you will just play for mana by pushing in the waves correctly. So far, so good, right?
Yeah,
there are a couple
I've
more
been trying to poke Mal,
advantages.
but denying her CS is a good idea.
Exactly. I mean, even here, you have your E, you hit W, you hit Q, but you will never kill her because your mana just runs out faster than her HP runs out, right? It's the same for her as well. Her mana will run out before she gets to kill you. That's like the main point of it. So best thing you do is just attack CS and try to get with CS advantage. Right here, I don't like using your E for the same reason. Your E costs 70 mana, your W costs 60 mana, and all you do is you only hit Mel. Okay? So just because you use these spells on Mel right now, you run into the situation later, as you said yourself, oh, now I'm out of mana, now I want to recall. This is like the main reason for it, because you use your spells on Mel instead of the wave. If you use your Q, your W on the wave, you'll get the push, and then you can recall all you want. You could also still stay, because you probably have enough mana to stay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit intricate. If you play against assassins, it's a little bit different. I heard you're struggling against assassins. Against assassins, what you want to do, it's a similar game plan. You want to push them in and poke them as much as you can. So it's a completely different playstyle. Against assassins, you want to attack their HP, so they can't jump onto you as easily, right?
Yeah, usually when I see a Kali, I try to go Ziggs. I've stopped picking Lux just because people take Silas into it.
Oh yeah, that's like Silas is really annoying. You need to, like, against assassins, you want to poke them out early on so they are too low to kill you, right? It's quite a annoying playstyle.
Okay.
And Riot did buff Dawn Shield and Second Wind a bit, so currently a lot of assassins just take Dawn Shield, Second Wind, and they take your poke and still get through lane phase. It's a bit annoying. You are going like for standard damage items. I don't mind that too much. I'm just telling you that current meta is you go for utility items. You get Cosmic Drive, for example. You get Rod of Ages, and try to play with utility. Especially on Veigar, you stack a lot of AP with your passive anyway. So
yeah, I tried going Rod of Ages a few games. I feel pretty confident this game because Mel's not really dodging my attacks.
Like, I don't think Grudge of Ages this game is too necessary, right? They don't have anything that's too threatening for you. But stuff like Cosmic Drive gives you 20 movement speed, for example, right? Movement speed to dodge the abilities here might help you out. So those type of utility items. We do get the push. And right here, we are running top lane. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
okay.
You've tried to kill Kayle, right? But
Yeah, I go for Kayle. He flashes away.
so right here, I don't like this movement, right? And the reason why I don't like this movement is because you're leaving your Hecarim alone on Dragon. And
Okay.
I think this might be like probably a big issue of in your gameplay, and that I see a lot of people do in honestly up to Diamond. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of bad stuff going on, but you do get a lot of kills in your games through this type of playstyle. But you might lose out the game because you lose objectives or because you don't support your team on what they're doing. So right now we are out of laning phase. We have survived the first 3 levels. So laning phase will be a little bit easier to play now for you. What I would focus on is the objectives, like what are we playing for, and when do I need to push the wave to be here, right? So right now,
Yeah,
Dragon is
I'm
up.
really
I see.
hungry for XP. I want an XP lead on Mel. Or I get to tax top this eye and gank the Kayle.
I mean, I do get it. It's good for yourself. It's not really good for your team in terms of what can happen. If there is a Warwick showing up here, right? Mel can have him out, and then your team might die here, or do you lose Dragon? So you're kind of abandoning your team playstyle for getting ahead of yourself, but also you're fucking over Gnar by texting his wave and him having to go mid lane. It's a little bit awkward, right?
Yeah, I see him
This
not
is a
going mid lane.
Yeah.
This kind of frustrating.
But this is a playstyle that works well on assassins, right? Because you get to get stronger yourself. On mages, you're way more like you are supposed to play around your team way more with what you're doing. And every single decision you make, like every single push you do, is either based on you poking out your opponent or based on you moving to your team to support your team. Which is
Yeah.
why in this game, like you moving top lane is a selfish decision that I mean, you might win some games with it, you might also lose some games with it, right? And it might feel really inconsistent on a side. Right here, again, I'm looking at you pushing mid lane, and I'm thinking, okay, what are we going to do? What are we playing for? So we have 900 gold, right? So I think we could reset for Lost Chapter. Lost Chapter is a good power spike, right? It gives you sustain, it gives you AP, it gives you everything you need as a mage. So this would be an idea that I have in mind. We could try to poke Mel down, so maybe we get into kill range with our ult and everything. And if we,
I do want to poke Mel.
Yeah, I don't really see a point of pushing besides attacking Mel, because there's nothing going on the map right now, right? So yeah, if you want to poke Mel, that's fine. Usually what you want to do is you either want to place your W so that it hits minions and Mel at the same time, or you want to push the wave first and then start hitting Mel on the tower. Because if you have your wave inside of Mel's tower, she needs to last it, and when she's last hitting, you can just hit her with your spells, right?
Yeah.
So
when she last hits in the night. Oh, that's bad.
Exactly. So this is like a good start. You hit an E. Right here, you should cast your W so that you hit the minions as well. So if you hit the minions at the same time, you cast your Q so you hit this minion and Mel at the same time. And now you've not only hit Mel, but you also started pushing the wave a bit more, right? So you accomplish both goals at the same time. Yeah, Mel starts
Contain.
facing minions, so you walk up, you start poking her, that's fine, that's good, right? Again, start attacking minions, we keep on pushing. There we go. So Mel sends the start of minions for a long while, we can probably W here, maybe we hit her, maybe we don't. Even if we don't, we still get the wave priority by hitting minions.
Okay.
Also, it depends a bit on jungle pathing. You might get ganks, so you gotta be aware. You have your wards, for example, you have Hecarim around, that might help you out. But the main idea is that if hit Mel and wave with spells as you can. Okay, and just passing. Yeah. Okay, until we move to Void Grubs, that's fine. I think that like this is good. You push the wave so you can help your team out. Yeah. Hecarim is pinging for help. Okay, right now it's up to you whether you want to help Hecarim or to stay mid lane. You could also just stay mid lane and push this one wave in, because if you push the wave, then Mel probably won't move. And if you see Mel starts moving right here, then you can start moving as well. So you can probably place both sides. But I don't mind you staying on Void Grubs as well.
Yeah, we had
Makes it a little bit
Scuttle Bash uncomfortable here.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so now you lose a lot of all your spells. That's fine. Okay, I think your ult might have been a little bit too early, because it costs a lot of mana and didn't get a kill here. Okay, now we again start getting a big weapon. So yeah, we try to hit a W, we try to hit some spells. But the main, the biggest value that we get is Mel is starting to miss out more CS as well, right? As I said, it's nice to play for kills, but playing through farm on the match versus match is usually how the lane goes. So here we just missed our Q, it's
I
fine.
think forcing Warwick to back though, is a reasonable time for me to go shop when he has to leave.
Yeah. Right now, so he's leaving. You still doesn't have your Lost Chapter, which is a little bit of which is why you're having mana problems most of the time. But here, I was trying to ask you, okay, do we recall now to get Lost Chapter to get mana so we can play for Dragon? And this is what I mean. What I mean by playing towards objectives with your priority, right? Sorry, you say something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to play. I just want gold right now. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could go for the tower plating. If you do, then you'll get a late recall, and then you'll be in lane later than Mel. So Mel will start pushing the wave on her own, and then she will be able to move it towards Dragon or bot side. That's what I'm thinking about here, right?
Yeah.
So what do you need the gold for right now? You have 1,000 gold. I think you have Lost Chapter already, and you probably have one Amplifying Tome. If you get the plating, maybe you get one more Amplifying Tome. I don't think the Amplifying Storm purchase is worth it to give your opponent lane priority and possible movement towards this side, right?
Okay.
So this is what I mean by playing a bit more macro oriented. You want to really see, look at the objectives that are spawning, or maybe look at what your team is doing, and try to align your wave control with what they want to do. Right. So right now we did really well. We got Warwick out. We killed Mel. Now it's our perfect time to set up this Dragon with our team. So what I'm thinking about, you are low on mana. We probably just recall. We get back to lane. You could also TP if you want to lane. Or you could TP bot lane. There's Mel TP bot lane as well. Right? But you have the option. And once we have full mana, we can start pushing the next wave in, move to Dragon. We secure Dragon for our team. We secure our win condition scaling. Are you with me on that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Also here TP on bot lane, which is
so we
good as
that
well.
pretty well.
Yeah. So it exactly happens exactly the problem appears here. You stay for the plating, right? Since you didn't recall, because you didn't recall, you TP the bot lane with low mana, and now you feel kind of bad in this spot because you're running out of mana. And
Well, Sona live, so I'm happy about that.
It is a good TP. Like in general, it's a very good TP. The only issue I see is that he just didn't recall beforehand, so you don't have the mana to continue staying. Which is why I think like playing towards objectives, playing for these macro movements will make it easier for you to carry games. You are good enough to carry games. You are really good, and you're mechanically. You have really good positioning. You have very good spell placement mostly on opponents. You hit a lot of your E's. All you need to do is transition your mechanical skill into value for your team, right?
Yeah, it's funny. I thought my reaction time and aim would get worse when playing Eve. That the people knowing that
Ah.
Eve actually improves my aim.
I mean, yeah, aim is some. You do have similarities, I guess, but League of Legends requires you to be more of a prediction type person. To just understand where to place where you want to place spells and where your opponents are likely to place spells. Okay, but so from here on we are pushing wave.
Okay.
That's fine. Right, we start hitting turret. It's the same concept again. We did push in our mid lane, and now I'm thinking, okay, what can we do? We can hit tower to increase our gold. I like it. Okay, makes us stronger. We could maybe move into bot lane, top lane, or we could recall for an item. Now, if we recall, we don't get Ludens, so I don't think recalling is good because we want to recall for Ludens, right? So that's out of the picture. We look at the bot lane. Do we want to move bot lane here? I mean, we probably could move bot lane. Maybe we get a dive with Hecarim. Honestly, not too bad of an idea. It's also not too certain if we can pull it off, right? Top lane, Ignaz just died.
Yeah.
He doesn't have TP, so we could go top lane, catch the wave, maybe deny kill plating, right? And now we need to weigh off all the options that we have here. So let me zoom out a bit. So we obviously have option 1 recall, which is bad, which you talked about, right? So we just cross it off. We have option 2, go top lane, hold wave. Option 3, hit tower. Option 4, go for a dive. And
if I go
walk me
top
through-
lane, then Gnar will probably go top lane as well instead of covering mid. So I don't really want to interact with Gnar at all.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so we can cross this off. Yeah. I mean, I also don't think it's a great option. You'll take a while to get there. Once you're here, you'll already have lost most of the minions, and now your mid lane is under pressure from someone else, right? So I don't really like moving top lane here. What do you think about moving bot lane for the dive, or like for the play on Teemo?
It feels kind of risky. Just taking turret plates will work towards the map objective really. And I think mid tower removes a lot of map control for the blue team, so that's my priority right now.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I also think saying in mid lane is the best choice right now, right? But it's important that we talk about it and that we make a conscious choice, okay? So, because there will be situations where it's better to go bot lane. And then if we don't think about our options, we will miss that one, right? For example.
Yeah.
And if we get into the habit of just evaluating our choices like this, we will start like playing more micro heavy. We will probably get a couple more good plays with our team. Okay, but right now we stay mid lane,
Yeah,
we
I
get
can
plating,
push
we even
towers
get the
decently well because I have some AP now.
As I said, it's a good choice in my opinion. So now we got mid lane again. I'm thinking about Herald that's spawning soon, right? As I said, we get back to lane. We think about
Slice
what
itself.
are we pushing for. So I'm thinking about like what are we doing with mid lane? How do we contribute to our team? So Herald has spawned. Maybe our team wants to play for it, right? We just look what Hecarim does, and I want us to have mid lane pressure when our team starts playing for Herald, right? That's like my main objective
Yeah,
here.
I want so too.
Nice. I'm glad we're on the same page. Then we are making big progress. Okay, so now Sona starts moving because she has wards. She wants to play for objectives as well. Right, people also make smart choices. They also know objectives are important. So right now Hekam is top lane, so we can't really do much, right? There are too many people in mid lane for us to contest, so it's fine for you to just stand back. Okay. They still have priority. Okay, we tried to push, but Mel used her push to catch Hekam. So you can't do too much about it. Okay, I think that was fine on your part. It's just important for us to think about what we do. Right here, you told me you were expecting the flank, right?
Yeah.
I remember you talking about it. Okay, I get a question for you. Why don't you tell your team that this is the best spot to be in?
I don't understand.
Why don't you ping? Like
I
you can ping. I want to get out of here! Exclamation point! Exclamation mark!
I don't. We're at full health. And
Okay, so you
we
think
have
being
wave pressure.
here is
I think we can take some. We can siege this tower a little before leaving.
I mean, yeah, a little bit maybe, and if you get a good grasp on timers, right? But you don't see anyone on the map, right? So you saw Warwick and Mel over here, Warwick and Mel. I don't know where Timo is. I don't know where Kayle is, right? They might also try to go mid lane for you. And you gotta be aware of what your opponents can do. So if Warwick starts running into mid lane like this, if there is a wild Kayle Timo showing up, then all of a sudden you're playing a 3 versus 5. Right here. Which could lead to troubles. So, well, yes, staying mid lane is probably fine because you expect them to do Herald, right? I also think Mel, Warwick will be on Herald right now. Once you see more people showing up, like you see Kayle showing up, you might see Timo showing up, and then you need to start thinking about how you get out of this spot. So Herald is gone. Okay, at this point. And already Mel already started moving early on, which is still kind of fine. We see Timo in here as well, and now Warwick will come along after Herald is done. Which is, you do outplay it, okay? I'm gonna tell you this much. You play mechanically so well that this doesn't matter, okay? At one point, or maybe you will have some games where you just get jumped by Echo here with a big W, and then you die because you push up too far without vision or like information.
Yeah, I see
on what's going
Echo.
on. Exactly, right? And we want to make our choices based on information, like
I could have killed
good choice.
Timo there.
Yeah, maybe. Let me look this up. If you could Timo, yeah, he does. Yeah. So like you die because you overstay in mid lane, okay? That's a little bit of my gripe. I think everything else leads to the same conclusion, right? Like we are pushing top lane right now without teleport.
Yeah, at this
so we
point,
can't.
we're pretty sad.
Yeah, like we are pushing top lane. We don't have teleport to join our team, but it's also fine since Warwick just died and there's nothing going on, like nothing happening. You just gotta be careful of who you see on the map. You don't see Timo, you don't see Kayle. So both of them might be top lane now, right?
I didn't even realize Warwick was dead.
Yeah, I mean he's also just respawned, right? So you have Warwick around here. You have Timo somewhere, and you have Kayle here. So Warwick might decide to just come run top lane here, which you need to be aware of, for example. I think you are.
I am feeling
like
pretty scared right now. I think I back out.
Yeah, you do. So this is like fine,
Yeah, I'm
since you
very
don't know
spooked.
Yeah, this is great. Get Warwick, go to mid lane. I think this is mostly fine, and now we go play with our team. We play for bot lane 5v5. How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, Swain. Swain just completely outplays their team and I get the kill steals.
Okay. Do you think just being botlane here is the correct play for all of you? Like, based on everything we've talked about, like looking at what champions are doing, looking at objectives, tempo, do you think like all of you saying here is good?
I do not trust my team whatsoever. If I, how can I say, as Vigar, I'm not a good split pusher. But if people want to dive my squishies, I can one-shot them. So I think I have the most playmaking potential when I'm playing with my team here because landing phase is over.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, you're trying to play with a team. I have a couple of I have a different philosophy personally that where I try to do the correct play in itself, right? So let's say you're trying to help out your team here, okay? You will get a random team every game you play. Like you will get a different Swain next time, a different Sona next time, right? And you playing with your team depends, like the outcome depends on your team's performance, right? If you play for your team. So if you're Swain,
but my team is less likely to die when I'm with them.
Yeah, I mean that's fine, but you're also giving up a lot of other things when you are here. So like you're probably maybe preventing your team from dying. At the same time, you are losing mid lane farm, and you are in this point just out of position. Sometimes it's better to call your team off and tell them, "Hey guys, let's not play this one. I want to do something else." You know, and do you use pings at all in the game actually?
If I'm feeling kind of spooked, then I'll ping. Yeah. If I'm like if I'm afraid of the gank, then I'll ping. Or if people go missing, I try to ping.
Okay, that's a very good start, right? So
hi Noctura, I'm in a lesson
things are
right
usually
now.
like general communication, and right here you only see Ezreal. There might be 4 people around. I personally feel like this is kind of a risky place to be. Obviously, you're super far ahead, so maybe you can play this. My decision making here, I just tell my team, yo, we have pushed up far enough. Yeah, we are doing good. How about we get out of this lane and we go to this one? Because this is a very better position for us to play, right? And I hope your team realizes as well. If they don't realize, what I'm usually saying, it doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, you can ping your team. You can ask them, yo, guys, how about we do something else? And then if they follow you, then you have a good play. You have a better play, right? If they don't follow you, you can still decide to stay with them.
How are you doing, Noctura?
That's my philosophy. So
I think Sona has we have some playmaking potential.
I mean, you do in general. I just don't know if you need to risk stuff like this, because right now what you're doing is you're outplaying your opponents mechanically, and at one point you will not be good enough to outplay your opponents, right? Which is what I'm getting to.
Of course.
So,
yeah.
And
if this was you know, diamond players, they'd be humiliating me 4v3, but
exactly.
And Warwick doesn't doubt me, and Kayle misses his slow.
Yeah, so yeah, just outplay mechanically, but we get Arakan out of it, we get the play. And other than this, I think I don't really want to talk too much about. Like, I don't think there's much else to talk about. Okay. Also, teleport usage to save tower. I'm not. Also, we can talk about this one time. That's probably the last point here, right? What is your thought behind teleporting to top lane?
I thought they were gonna take the tower.
Yeah. So you're trying to save the tower, right? Yeah. and
Yeah,
use
like
teleport for
taking
it.
top inhib is one of their win conditions. Or it'll set
Right.
up like the wave pressure they need to like contest Baron or Dragon's Soul.
Can't
Is
you
this
just
Dragon's Soul? I
run?
don't know.
I mean, it's soul for you, soul point for you. This last one. Can't you just run to this tower though, instead of teleporting?
Yeah, but then they might take. They'll take it down pretty fast if I just run.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you don't teleport, they might get it down to this level HP or maybe this level of HP. I don't think they get it for sure, but it's a decent point. Okay. I just want to think about our teleport usage and what we're using it for and what it actually means, right? So let's say your teleport got this much HP for a tower, right? This is the value you've gotten with your teleport.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good enough use to, like, good enough value for your teleport? Or do you think you will have better users later on in the game if you save it this time?
And well, I think it's like safe. It's like guaranteed value. I'm not sure if I'll get I'm not sure if I'll have like an awesome moment to use teleport because I'm already farmed up. So I'm probably just gonna creep after the for attacking this tower. And I mean, just there is playmaking potential. But I just saw life and by guaranteed value use.
Yeah.
And we're so far ahead that I just took the guaranteed value.
I mean, I get what you're talking about. This will be like, I think, if it's Astral and Kel, each of them will get around 400 gold for this, which is pretty good value for them, right? In general, I don't think the CP matters too much in the context of the game. Not in this game, you are too far ahead. I think anything you do will win the game anyway, right?
Yeah.
In general, I've seen you making a lot of defensive teleports just to defend a tower, just to farm, get away, right? And in this spots,
Yeah, I find a lot of times I make very defensive like Shen ults. I'll like try to like always protect my team, and then it won't help because then like I'll disengage and then they'll go back in. So I'm not getting a lot of value out of Shen ults when I use it defensively just to save someone, because then they'll just die like 10 seconds later.
Exactly. Which is why I'm trying to get you to play for yourself a little bit more, and like you want to combine playing for yourself with playing for a team as well. To some extent, you don't want to give up your own resources to help your team, right? But yeah, that's so. Like making a defense teleport like this means you can't make an offensive teleport later on in the game, maybe. Or like teleport to an objective, maybe secure dragon, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, is it really worth it? But for this, I think you just need to start being a bit more conscious about objectives in general, right? I know this is about as much
when I'm
as
jungling, I'm thinking about objectives. Sometimes on support, I'm thinking about objectives.
Yeah. So this is like maybe as much as I want to say about this game. I know. Do you personally have any questions? So like anything you want to talk about for now?
How do I deal with echoes?
Echo
I
mid lane
ban
or
him
jungle?
because he's hard to lane against and he has very strong ganks, but also as you can see, like I am playing sort of defensive, and when I poke people down, like I find some people will like overextend to protect the team, or whoever's like poked down will just like be somewhere unsafe and I can slash out. But with Echo, I can't put them down. He just heals back to full health after my burst. So,
Mhm.
kind of neutralize him's like defensive playstyle, I feel.
So we just had the matchup like Mel against Mel, where your best win condition is to attack your mana pool, right? Because you
Yeah.
can't kill her with your spells. So we
Okay.
can apply the same concept to the Echo matchup as well. You can't kill Echo reliably, right? At least not later on in the game. So what you do is you start pushing the wave and make him use his spells for the wave. And either you outstay his mana, or he'll keep on missing minions. And if you get a
Okay.
height on items, like if you are half an item up on Echo, he is less likely to kill you. But also, if you play against Echo, maybe you really want to pick up Rod of Ages, so he doesn't one shot you, right? Rod of Ages
Yeah,
does
used to. Yeah.
like it gives you a lot of mana, so you can keep on pushing the waves, and it gives you a lot of HP, so you don't get one shot by Echo, right? Which is why this item is so great for Vega.
Okay.
So that's the best thing. And later on in the game, if you have Rod of Ages, you might also go Seraphs if you want to, like Ages and stuff, which also gives you a big shield. You might go Cosmic Drive, for example. These are all items that give you HP and utility that makes it easier to survive, right?
Yeah, when their jungler doesn't have a lot of early game potential, I sometimes go to Year of the Goddess. And with Darns this time, cause I just wanted to pressure them out. Yeah.
So like against Mel, specifically, you might get away with Lunens. Like, it's probably better to get Lunens. Against champs that struggle with, like which are assassins, you can just go. You can play better with tank stats, and you can use your wave control properly. Like as I said, pushing someone in, maximizing your spells, like your AoE spells. Let me actually sum it up for now. Okay. So there's one part that we learned from your gameplay. Okay. It's very important for laning phase. It's spell value, right? Spell value. We learned that you don't want your opponents to get maximum spell value, and you want to get as much as you can. So if you can get to hit the wave and your opponent at the same time, you get the maximum spell value possible, right?
Okay, I'll scan for good W usage.
Exactly. So you try to hit minions and your opponent at the same time. And if your opponent has an AoE ability, like Orianna has QW, like her Q is an AoE spell, her W is an AoE spell. Mel with your Q and her E, also AoE spells. Try to not have them hit the wave and you at the same time. Make them decide what they hit. Yeah. Make them have to choose.
Okay.
If they hit you, you hit the wave. If they hit the wave, you can hit them. Okay. This is the main idea.
Yeah, I've been hitting them when they get the wave in. When I go down.
Exactly. That's like a good thing just to consciously think about. I think like second thing that we learned right now, at least looked at, is synchronizing pushes. Okay, synchronizing mid lane push. Mid push. Or rather, play with the objective. So you want to have win lane priority when your team makes a play. So this is like one of the important team play concepts. If you want to be useful for your team, then have priority when they do a dragon. Have priority when they do Void Grubs, when they do Herald. If your jungler wants to invade, you have priority. If your jungler ganks bot lane, you have priority. This is the main concept behind it, right?
Yeah, Viger and Malzahar are good with doing main prio. So, but then I run with Malzahar and we don't end up taking the objective.
Maybe you mean because your team doesn't focus on the objective, right? What's your main?
Yeah, I'll like head over to Dragon with lane trio, and then my team like invades Willows or something.
I mean, you just ping your team to Black Dragon, right? You get this flag, a green flag. Tell them, guys, I really want this objective.
Okay.
If you don't do it, I'll go to mid lane. Okay, this is the main idea.
Okay,
If
that makes sense.
If they ignore your pings, you go mid lane and you play your game. If they objective, you're happy because your team listened to you, right? But that's like the point that we get to. So we look out for objectives. When objectives spawn, we want to push mid lane. We tell our team, guys, it's time. Avengers assemble, right? And we take that down. Because
Yeah,
as I said, you are
more than when I want objectives.
like you are already getting ahead on mid lane. You're already getting your pushes. You're already getting leads just through your skill. And it's time for us to transition your skill into actually things on the map, into turrets, into dragons, into void grubs, into everything, right? And be consistent on that
Okay, well, I mean, Mel handed that to me, so
yeah, but that's like probably like the most important point for you, to be honest, because I feel that you do a lot of things pretty well already. Okay, we learned number 3, mana pool. Okay, excuse my writing. That sometimes you can win lane by attacking the enemy mana pool, by making them go out of mana before you and having them recall, right? So some matchups you can't get the kill, but you just attack mana pool. You make them go out of mana, you get them to recall first, you get a better recall, you get better items, you probably even get more CS. Way to play slow. Which also means we need to use
Tear of Goddess to help with that.
Exactly. But it also means we need to use our spells more consciously. Like, don't use E if you can't kill someone. Like, don't use E if you don't have a kill angle. Don't use your W on an enemy champion if you don't think you'll be able to kill him with your current mana pool, right? Don't run first, basically.
Okay.
And I think number 4 is just generally just objectives, right? Because I feel like while you have it in mind, while you like generally think about objectives, you try to play around them, you're not really pushing for it. You're like letting your team do a lot of their own decision making, right? You don't want your team to think. You want your team to follow orders. You want them to be like monkeys, trained to follow pings. That's like your best case scenario, to be honest, right?
Okay.
Goes back to number 2. Just try to direct your team a bit. Be the leader of the team, or try to be, if you think you got the correct call. That's like point number 4 on your part that I would focus on a little bit. And as a side note, we do have like itemizations. We didn't get to see this here. Itemization. But a lot of edges against assassins, for example. Maybe Cosmic Drive against people with lots of skill shots, or matchups where movement speed is relevant, right? Stuff like this. Some variants.
One of the reasons I like Zodians, like I really wanted Banshee's Veil. And then I knew if I took Banshee's Veil, you're gonna ask me like, why did I take Banshee's Veil?
Yeah.
And like, well, they have a lot of magic damage, but yeah, if I get ulted by Warwick, then I can just Lasagnas right after that and survive. So that was my reasoning.
If you have Banshees, then the Warwick ult doesn't hit you anyway, right? Unless your Banshees gets proc by something else, but that's like, those are a couple of reasonings to go through.
And Mel can break my Banshees kind of easily though.
Exactly. Mel could break your Banshees, like Ezreal maybe, stuff like this. Also, the mana is fine. I personally think usually Swain or Hecarim or Gnar will get hit by Warwick ult first, which is why I don't think you need to be too careful about Warwick ult. And I don't mind Zhonya's too much, right? I think both items serve their uses.
Also because I had full stacks on Magi, so I didn't want to lose Bess.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think you'll get back to it if you play a little bit more, especially
I
play
probably
a
maybe
little
I
bit
could have
more
gone like
champions.
Leandri's plus stopwatch. That would have also worked.
And Leandris, maybe not against this team. I don't think Leandris is particularly good. Right? Okay, can go on a little bit of a tangent for you here. You want to buy items that actually have an impact, obviously, right? So let's say you have your Ludens, you have your Death Cap, and these items, right? It means you need
Yeah.
two combos for a kill. 2 combos, right here. Okay. Then we get Leandris to it. Does Leandris make you only need 1 combo for a kill? Probably not, right? Does this item actually make you need less spells to kill someone? And if the answer is no, then maybe you want to go for items that give you utility instead. So maybe you go for Zhonya's, because you will still need 2 combos to kill someone, but at least you have more defensive capabilities. Because Leandris doesn't help you when you get jumped on. Leandris doesn't help you survive, but Zhonya's does. So it actually provides value to your gameplay. Right?
Yeah.
Cosmic Drive isn't a good idea as well. Like Cosmic Drive gives you HP and it gives you movement speed. Movement speed helps you dodging spells. It provides a lot of value to gameplay. But the AP is irrelevant. The AP doesn't change anything anymore at this point, because lowering this down to 1 combo takes way too much time, way too much AP. Sure, if you get full build, maybe, and like a lot of stacks, maybe you only need 1 combo at some point. But it's a lot of
I was
effort
thinking
to pay off later.
I was thinking Warwick might go like tanky, or Warwick with KO would be kind of scary. I just wanted the HP, honestly, and I couldn't decide between armor and magic resist.
I mean, you get the LCG. But I think hunting guys, you get the HP, as I said, there is just because make drive. Lol, let me look it up here. There's just Cosmic Drive. It also gives you HP, it gives you haste, it gives you movement speed, it gives you tons of amazing
I didn't
stats.
know it gave HP.
Yeah. And the passive is also 20 bonus movement speed, so it helps you a lot with survivability as well. Yeah. Meanwhile, Leandris gives you
yeah, that
good
looks
damage.
good.
Exactly, yeah. It's like about really it's really more about what change do the items provide to your gameplay, and do you need less combos? Do you need less spells to kill someone if you buy a certain item? Sometimes the answer is yes, and when the answer is yes, then sure, go for it. That is an amazing item, right?
Okay.
Okay, but as I said, those are like the main points. I think you saw all of it as well. I hope that helps you out.
Yeah,
at
this
least in
was
couple of
a
lanes.
huge help. Yeah, this is gonna help me a lot. I really appreciate you going probably way over the 30-minute mark. Yeah.
I mean, thankfully we had the time for it. So, as I said, I think playing some 1v1s might not be a bad idea, especially if you struggle against certain matchups, certain champions. Just getting someone who is on the same level or better level than you, play against you, and learn how to actually play the matchup in the controlled environment goes a long way. Like even like people
Yeah, I
in
have a few games. A few games where there is like a good opponent that was like really punishing me. I mean, yeah, definitely some swears that will punish all of my mistakes. And then I do have like a in-house group that I will be playing in-houses with, and they have some diamond players.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then you get a little bit more practice, right? But in solo queue, until you get good opponents, it will probably take a while for you, right? Until you get
it's
like
hard to get
platinum,
practice, but I
platinum.
at least get to like memorize like the spells and their animations.
Yeah. I mean, just slowly getting into it, but yeah. And as I said, if you have anyone to play 1v1s with you, amazing thing. Just we might do that as well. Maybe I'll do like a 1v1 day at some point with all the guys who want to. I'm not a good laner myself, but it's probably good enough to get to Emerald or Diamond. So yeah. All right. So
Okay.
if you don't have any
So
more
thank you
questions,
so
like
much
anything
for the
to talk about.
lesson. I appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. I'm glad to have you here, and hope I'll see you again when you reach new heights. You know.
All right. Bye, Zach.
Yeah. See you. See you.
So that was Zach from Clarity Core. Let me give him a 7. Oh, I think he streams on Discord. Zach Waram from Clarity Core. So I was just here for them. What's that? Hi, Nata. Yeah, I saw you come in earlier, but I was focused on the lesson. I thought it would be ready to interrupt. I was just getting a lesson, and it's been 2 seasons since I've played League, and Sun was giving LA free coaching lessons, so I learned a little bit more about macro, and about mana efficiency. So that'll help me out. And yeah, I'll be playing with not playing. I'll be giving like motivational coaching and some analysis for a team on Phantom Truth. So I believe they compete in a league. Yeah, what's up, Nocto? I know I haven't been streaming too much this week because I've been trying to get rid of the rust on my league games. I used to be somewhat competitive, so I've been applying to like some manager positions, coaching positions, trying to up people's mental game and provide feedback on like communication skills. Do I have Discord for viewers? I wasn't really planning to stream much because I had a busy day today. And I do have to do a caption for from Lucy. Yeah, Lucy asked for a caption, so I think I was gonna probably take a nap because my roommates have been a little bit mad. I'm not quite caught up on sleep, so I should probably catch up on sleep now. Before I have to meet up with the team. So yeah, I'll be ending here, and then I don't have a Discord. All the Discords are for like AI or gaming or other VTubers Discords. I thought it would be kind of a little bit of work to manage a Discord. I we don't have enough Discord server slots even to make a new one. I guess I could like clean up. Yeah, some of the Discords, the Discords I have might have some personal information that I don't want to show people. Well, yeah, I don't know. You seem to find me lurking around other people's streams, love. But Who do I watch? I watch a little bit of watch a little bit of Caramel, Ali, Avi League, and the oh my god, what's her name? Like Apple. There was some that's reading a manga. It had like an apple. Somebody like threw an apple at somebody to make them trip. There's like a thief running away with a loot, and the protagonist like chipped them with an apple. It's kind of funny. Oh, it's Misa. I like to watch Misa. She's I'm Ask Joey, the VTuber. I've been watching Misa streams. There's some good ASMR streamers, but I think it was Ira Hout. Yeah, Ira Hout. Ira Hout streams ASMR, but he's very busy with life. I won't give them. I wonder if I could raid someone. It's because I do need to catch up on sleep. No joke. Oh, Cupid Esports. Okay. I'll raid Cupid Esports. Hey, thanks for showing up, Nocturne. I appreciate it. I'll probably be playing a lot of Hello Jungle Retro, Hello Left Standard. I'll probably be playing a lot of League, but I'm getting situated with like team applications. I have job applications. I have my caption commission. And I have to like figure out this credit card business because my credit card expired and they were supposed to send me one 6 weeks ago. But then there was a postal service strike and there's like a holiday and who knows what goes on with the shenanigans. But yeah, I'll definitely take a nap because I have been woken up multiple times in the last 2 days and need to catch up on sleep. So bye everyone. Oh yes, I don't have my face reconnected, but smiles.